Hello, this is Kate from Kate's Crafting Corner. It is Monday, October 17th, about 5:30 p.m., and I'm here to do this week's update. I am joined in the chair by three of them. No, baby. Yep, three of them. I am sitting perched on the edge because that is how much space they have allowed me today. Amy, Rosie, Amy. Aim can aim. Yes. Hi. Yes. Yes, I love you too. Sit down. Amy has become very needy, very needy. I am never without Amy. Rosie does not like Amy, and so I'm less with Rosie than I am with before, but Rosie's decided to be up here today too, which is unusual because again, she does not like Amy. And so, and then Hazel, because Hazel is always here these days. Can you please sit down? Amy? Amy? No. Jeez, please. Anyway, so, where to start? We are having an undercover staff spirit week. Have you guys seen the 6-7 trend that all the kids are doing? That is so annoying. Yeah, it's torture in the school. But today was the 67th day of school. And so for the first day of our undercover spirit week, where the teachers have a spirit week and the kids don't know, well, they figure it out pretty quickly. But they don't know the themes or what we're doing each day. Anyways, our first one was to wear something with 6-7. So I got this on Amazon, and it's how many nights a week should you be reading? 6-7 or 6 to 7. So yeah, the kids found that amusing. But they also figured out what we were doing pretty quickly. But tomorrow is an all school spirit day. So the kids do know about tomorrow, in which we are doing Disney, and I try to make as many spirit days as possible into pajama days. That's my thing. No one's called me out on it because I justify all of them. And so I got a sweatsuit kind of thing that is Winnie the Pooh, because believe it or not, I don't actually own any Disney clothes or anything like that. One of my teacher friends did remind me I do have a Snow White dress that I wear from time to time. But since it's one of my regular outfits and I'm not 100% sure where in the laundry piles it's buried, yeah, I'm not sure. I'm really not sure because I thought I had put all my laundry down the laundry basket, but I don't know where it's at. Anyways, so that's tomorrow. What's the day after that? We are supposed to be having a wear socks with sandals day, but we've kind of revolted against that idea, and we were like, why? And so they're gonna change that one. Friday is pajama day. What is Wednesday? What is Wednesday? I don't know. Oh, denim day, which I'm also struggling with because, like, I have jeans and that's it. I don't have denim jean jackets or things like that, and even then, I don't like to wear jeans. So, I don't know. I'll probably just wear jeans. There's a mosquito. There's a mosquito. I don't think I killed it. Okay. Anyway, so that's what's going on with school. Oh, and tomorrow. Oh, tomorrow is going to be such a long day. I have so I have school, obviously, all day. I have 8 classes scheduled, which is the most classes I have scheduled in a day. It leaves only one period without something in it. Then I've got my after school crochet academy. That's an hour and a half. And that ends at 4:00. And then at 5:00, my house at school. So I've talked before that we use the house system at our school. There's 6 houses. I'm in the purple house. It's called Epimino. Anyways, we are having a house family night situation where we are going to have pizza and play board games. And that is from 6 to 7:30, I think. Anyways, by the time, no, 5 to 6:30. Yeah, 5 to 6:30. So an hour in between my academy ending and the event starting, and it's just gonna be, there's no point in leaving then. So it's gonna be a super long day. Yeah, so just have to remind myself we are near the vacation. We are near the vacation. And then Wednesday is my husband's birthday, which BTW, I did not manage the 7 presents thing. I just kind of gave up. You know what? A completed blanket, that's a pretty big deal. We're going with that. So, and so his birthday's on Wednesday, but he also has a school board meeting on Wednesday. So, Wednesday, oh, jeez. Wednesday, I also have 8 classes. So I have 2 days with 8 classes. Tuesday and Wednesday. I used to only have 7 classes on Wednesday. Only. But one of my Monday classes needed to move to the Wednesday at a different time slot. She was just struggling with having it on a Monday and the kids remembering to bring books and things like that. So we rescheduled it. But anyway, so that makes for 2 very long days. Oh, I am so sorry. I did not know why I'm yawning so much. Well, actually, I do. My insomnia kicked my butt last night. I got about an hour and a half hours of sleep. Hour and a half hours. I slept for an hour and a half. Maybe that's better wording. I should have slept more, but just couldn't. Anyway, so in terms of other lifey stuff, Germany played their final qualifying match for the World Cup today. They needed a win or a tie in order to directly qualify. If they lost the game, then they had to go to playoffs. So they weren't completely out of the World Cup if they lost the game today. There are several spots still open for various like confederations. Okay, so a lot of the World Cup spots are already filled, but I think there's like 4 European spots open and then a couple more in different confederations. Anyways, so and those playoffs will be in March. Anyway, Germany won 6-0. I haven't watched the game yet. I'm super excited to watch it, but I do know the scoreline because I was following the scoreline even though I couldn't watch it. And I was so nervous, you guys, because the team we were playing, we had lost to. Like, they were our one loss, 2-0, which put us in this precarious position where we had to either win or tie. Because our goal difference was better than theirs. And so a tie would have been enough to send us automatically through on the tiebreaker situation. But oh, I'm sorry. But in the end, we didn't have to worry about that because 6-0. 6-0. And it was like, it could have been worse. I know it could have been worse. It could have been worse because I saw some of the stats and it could have been so much worse for the other team, not for my team. My team did good, which is good because I finished watching all of the soccer matches that I had not watched that I said I was going to watch. So I caught up on all of Germany's matches and it was not good. Like, I was like, oh man, we are going into the World Cup with this. Hope we get out of the group stages if we even qualify. So that was the mindset going in. It was like, we're headed for disaster. And this felt so much better. It felt like a cohesive team. Like, maybe you guys can start playing better together now. And so yeah, I was really, really excited about the score line, and I'm excited to watch the match after I'm done filming this, although I might need to take a nap. I don't know. Anyway, so do I have any other kind of life updatey things? I mean, I've got some haul to show that I'll show in a little bit. Sansa, get down, girlfriend. Get down. Mommy cannot have 4 dogs up here. That's too many. I love you. Well, she is looking at me with heartbroken face. But 4 is too many, and you are dirty. We need another bath. Yeah, we need another bath. You've gotten yourself dirty. Anyway, so last week was not a good week. Okay, we'll start headed towards updates with that. It was not a good week at all. Well, first of all, having a Tuesday off made it the longest week ever. Like, seriously, it's basically was a week with 2 Mondays. And the Wednesday Monday was the Mondayist of all Mondays. It was terrible. Everyone was exhausted. The kids were terrible. And then I was having migraines, and then I was having just like not feeling good. And then I had some issues at work that made Friday a nightmare. No. And so I did not make much progress on things. I will show uh oh, sorry. I will show what I did do. Um on Tuesday, my husband and I did go to Costco and Walmart. Costco had their seasonal ginger ales, but they were only in these tiny mini little cans, which I never really get, but considering, the diabetes, I probably, if I'm going to drink one with actual sugar, should only drink the little can. But so this is ginger ale black cherry. I mainly just like the ginger ale cranberry, but this black cherry one is not bad. It's got a pretty good flavor. Last year they had the full size cans, but so it's a 3 flavor pack. Last year it was cranberry, regular, and blackberry. This year it's the mini cans, and it's cranberry, regular, and black cherry. So I think I do actually like the black cherry better than the blackberry. Anyways, so let's go on to progress updates. Just a heads up, I think I got under 1,000 stitches last week. That's how bad it was. And also, I didn't do any of my charity crafting. I did not do any knitting or any crochet at all. Like, seriously, I would get home from work and sleep for like 3 or 4 hours, wake up, make dinner, and go back to bed. I might watch soccer, in which I would like scroll while watching. So, yeah, was not a successful week. I was just struggling really bad. I'm struggling right now. At 5:30 p.m. I should not be yawning like this. Anyway, so let's go over the whips. What are you doing over here? Oh, because you're one I'm planning on stitching on later. So first, we'll talk about my Advent one, in which I did 200 stitches, maybe 3. I did 2 or 300 stitches. I have moved it over to a nerd hoop because it just allows me to work further. But so I'm on the opposite side of the fabric, and I was bringing the tree line down. I'll probably finish up this thread, and then I will work on some squares over here, the outlines. What I am thinking with this project is that if I can finish the outlines of all 24 boxes before the start of December, I am going to put the numbers 1 through 24 in like a little cup or something, and instead of stitching them in order during Advent or during December, I will draw them, like draw a number and stitch that number that day, because I know what the design looks like. Knock it off. But so that will allow for a little bit of spontaneity and mystery. And I thought it could be fun, basically. So that is one thing I am planning and hoping to do. Another thought I've had with that is that I am probably going to try to vlog the 12 days of Christmas. I should still be off work for most of them, I think. And then I do also have one Advent that is for the 12 days of Christmas, but that will also get us through like the new year and new year, new starts and plans and all that kind of thing. I just thought it would be kind of fun. And so I'm also kind of thinking that any that I don't finish on that day, I will keep their number, and during the 12 days of Christmas, I'll just kind of randomize those and try to finish up some more, if not all of the WIP. I know I am at like 11% complete, and that's with only having stitched white outline right now. So the stitch count for this is significantly lower than the Halloween one. Not right now, my darling. Not right now, Sansa. Okay, so that is the progress on that one. I did stitch for 2 Bundesliga matches. I think I did about 400 stitches on this project. So this is Lovers by Niney Thomas, charted by Heaven and Earth Design. I am stitching on 25 count fabric, and here is where I am at. So I came in and I filled in a lot more down here, a little bit over here, but a lot more down here. And then I started filling in the empty spots up here. So I am really liking this on the 25 count. I think that honestly, it's made me want to do a lot more of the projects 1/1 on 25 count. And it has made me look at working again on some of my full coverage pieces, because I am really enjoying working on this. So having the magnifier, total game changer. I'm really loving that. So we'll see if I do another 2 Bundesliga matches this week again. Because it's been the international break, there's no game until this upcoming Saturday. So I think I've stitched for 4 games. I think there are 6 games I'm still behind. I've watched everything now. And so I'm all caught up on watching all of the competitions for the team I'm supporting. So I've watched Bayern Munich, all their Champions League matches, all of their DFB Pokal matches, all of their Bundesliga matches, and all of Germany's World Cup qualifying matches. So I'm caught up on that, which means now I need to dive back into audiobooks if I'm going to like hit 100 books. I mean, I am pretty close, but I would hate to get to like 99 and just not be able to finish and cross the finish line. I'd really like to get 104, because that's an average of 2 books a week. So that would be really nice. So then the 2 Bundesliga matches that I did watch, I stitched on these 2 projects. Hang on, I am actually going to grab something right over here. Okay. I have some little things because I forgot there was one thing over here I wanted to talk about. So, yes. Okay, so here's where I'm tracking the Bundesliga Bayern Munich matches. So these are the 4 I've stitched for. So, first I did Bayern versus Dortmund, which was a 2-1 scoreline, but for every match I watch, I do 100 stitches for the opposition. And so that was on a whole lot of latte. This is what it will look like when it is done. And I am still on this very top cup over here. I actually thought the 200 stitches would make me finish it. I really hate stitching on this fabric. And it's not because it's black. It's the fabric itself. It's stiff. But here is where it is at. So I guess next time I work on it, I should hopefully finish up the flowers in there. I think I've only got this light pink left to do, so it's pretty much just fill in at this point. And then be able to move on to the next cup. So it was good to work on this again though, because it had literally been years. Knock it off! They're so barky. Okay. The second match I watched was the most recent match, well, watched / stitched, and it was actually Bayern's first non-win. It ended in a tie 2-2. We barely tied it at the end, but we did. And so I stitched 300 stitches for the opposition because I had watched the match, and 200 on lovers. And so this is called Mother and Child. I had not, okay, I started this in 2015 according to my spreadsheet, and I barely have anything done on it. So I was working in a half stitch section, so I did 600 half stitches to get my 300 required stitches. And here is where we are at. So let me see, fold this. Okay, so let's see. I think right around like straight line going up here, like that is what I had done before. So everything like here and down in this direction, that is all new stitches. I used actually 2 different colors there, but it blends very nicely. And these are half stitches. I don't know if you can tell closer up. I don't know. But this is another one. I do not like stitching on this fabric. It is 14 count Aida. It is stiff. I'm not a fan. But yeah, the reason, so I started this in 2015. That would have been when my sister had her son, my nephew. And this girl has always reminded me of my sister, Kirsten. But this is like a little girl. And now that my sister has had her daughter, this just really reminds me of her daughter. And then also her. So I really want to work on this and get it done and give it to my sister, who doesn't know I'm making this for her. I don't even think she knows I'm making this, period. But this just has always really reminded me of my sister. And so I was really glad to work on it, even if I was not happy about all of that boring half stitching. It did make the progress grow fast, and I am somewhere up a top of her head because I was thinking the next chunk I would just finish this whole section. And then I need to do a bit more down here. I want to do all the half stitches so that I can just come in and stitch the woman and the child and not have the back stitching still to do. But so yeah, that's the entirety of my cross stitch for this week. And like I said, there was no knitting, there was no crocheting. So let's talk a little bit of plans, I think. Just trying to look at what's in front of me and what I should do next. Oh my gosh. I think Rosie's snoring. So, I was watching more of Jen the Caffeinated Stitcher. And and then I was also watching for the first time the guy that does the marathons, the running stitcher. Anyways, they were both talking about temperature stitching. And so I thought it was a fun concept and something that I'm going to actually look to do in the new year. Because once I get caught up on all of my soccer stitching, the amount of stitching required is not actually going to be as much as it is right now while I'm trying to catch up. Most weeks there will be 1 to 2, most weeks only 1, but some weeks 2 soccer matches. Sorry, depending on the match, there may or may not be a lot of stitching. Like this, the lowest amount of stitching so far has been, well, a scoreline of 3 goals scored. So that would have been 400 stitches because the 1 extra for watching the match. So like 400 stitches. That's not bad at all. Even 2 matches with that is still less than 1,000. And there isn't even always, oh, it's Rosie. And I don't think you guys are going to hear because I adjust the volume when I'm editing, but she is snoring. Anyways, even though Byron hasn't had any, there are usually like 0-0 matches or 0-1 or 0-2s. Like, so the number of goals scored might come down, and so might the stitching. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. So what I have done is I made up a temperature stitching plan where you take the last number of the predicted temperature for the upcoming week. And since most of the temperatures I look at, like on my app, are 10-day range, I just thought for each week I would just take the 10-day range. And you take that last number, and that is the project that you stitch on because I assigned 10 whips, 1 for each of the numbers 0 to 9. So hi Sansa. So for temperatures ending in a 0, I picked Visit Hogsmeade. I'll put a picture of what that will look like. By Country Cottage Needleworks. Nope, that's a lie. Country Magic Stitch. For number 1, for ones that end in 1, I put Rivendell. I don't remember who this designer is, but I believe it's Russian or Ukrainian, and it's full coverage with like blends and everything. I used Cross Stitch Saga to stitch it. For 2, I did Mill Hill Focus Piece. So I have several Mill Hill Mill Hill pieces, and I just figure when I finish one, I will cycle in the next one until I get through what I want to get done. For 3, I put Celtic Seasonal. So this is how I'm fitting my seasonal pieces in. Instead of doing a flat like 1,000 each month, I'm putting it in here. So ones ending in 3 will be the Celtic seasonal. So my Celtic Noel, not Noel, actually, that's a separate thing. Celtic winter, autumn, spring, summer. Those are by Lavender and Lace. Sorry, guys. I feel like I have hair in my eye. 4 is Honeybee Quaker. This is one I'm trying to finish for my sister Alex. And I was supposed to have finished it back in September, but anyways. 5 is Halloween Rules. Once I finish Halloween Rules, I've also got Christmas Rules, and then I've also got Christmas by the Letter, so those will just slot in. 6 is Seasonal Queens from Mirabilia. 7 is Snape's Library. This is 800 by 800 stitches. It is massive, and it's by Cross Stitch Studio, I believe. 8 is Seasonal Quilts, and this is a book I have. They're just skinny strips of like quilts hanging out on a line, and there's one for each season. And 9 is Hobbiton, and that's from Stitching Masterpieces. And it's very pretty. I've only put on like 400 stitches so far. So I did do the 10-day forecast to kind of show you guys what that would look like. I'm not starting this until the new year. I just wanted to do an example. So I wrote down the 10-day forecast over here and the last number for each of them. And so for this, I would do 300 stitches on Hobbiton, 400 on Seasonal Quilt, 100 on Halloween Rules, 100 on Mill Hill, and 100 on Honeybee Quaker. So that's just like, I wouldn't stitch every day on seasonal. This would just be like a block of stitching. Okay. So that's my kind of idea and plan for how I am going to do temperature stitching. And this is something that the part of the reason why I wanted to do this is because I do like the temperature sals, but I'm never able to stay caught up on them because I just get behind. And I know with several big sporting events next year that I like to do challenges and participate in, I am going to need to take off basically 2 or more months, maybe even 3 months, honestly, because I'm sure there's still going to be like the Tour de France, right, in the summer. So it's going to be like the World Cup and then Tour de France. So, and then there's the Olympics. So that's big blocks of time, and I'm just not going to do temperature stitching during then. But I don't want to have these like flower motifs that I haven't done or things like that. So I just thought that would be a fun way to also do temperature something. And my goodness, I'm so sorry. Temperature stuff, but also have it be a bit more casual. I just want to update the score thing here really quick. While I have this out. Okay. Because that brings us into kind of what I'm going to focus on this week. And that is my Germany matches are that's the stitching I'm going to focus on for this week. And the reason for that is because I don't think that there's any international breaks again until March. So if I could just knock out these 6 games, then I can put these whips away and not worry about them for a while. So I did put both projects onto Nerge Hoops, and I thought I would just remind you where I was at. So for Germany, I have Persephone, and before today, I thought she was like, 1,000 stitches. Now I think she's going to be getting 1,600 stitches, which is a lot, right? So 3, 7, 8, 10. Yep, 1,600 stitches onto Persephone. Come on, focus. There she is. So I put the nerd hoop over here so I can work over here, but I need to fill in back stitching over on this side, so that's why I didn't put it like more over. So back stitching over here, and then these motifs also need to be over here. And if I finish that, then I will move the hoop to over in this direction, and that is where her head starts. So, yeah. Hope to make some really good progress on Persephone. I mean, I will have to move the hoop because just looking at the pattern over here, there's no way that that is even close to what I need to, the number I need to stitch. The second whip, to remind you, is Garden Prelude. And for that, I need to do 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 900 stitches. So 6 matches. I watched all 6, and then Germany was scored against 3 times. So that's how we get to 900. So as a reminder, this is what she looks like. And oops, I have Persephone's needle minder over here. I need to stick her in her bag. Every time I see her on this beautiful fabric, I just think to myself, this has got to be one of the prettiest fabrics I've ever seen in my life. And I wish that I had like more of it, like a ton more. This is what she looks like. So yeah, I'll work more in her hair and see what's happening down here, see what I can do. Oh, directly below her hair is flowers, which I'm unsure about yet. So probably then I'll come up here and work on her face after I fill in these gaps. So that is Garden Prelude. Nearly 1,000 stitches on this. I might even extend it an extra 100 to get me for 2 challenges I do, their stopping points are at 500, so might as well do the extra 100 and get both of those finished. The last plan I want to talk about is apparently over the weekend, and I did not realize this, I received an Etsy order, and that is for 28 face scrubbies. So I've got a bag here full of cotton yarn. And this person ordered mystery ones, so I will just see how many I can make out of these. I don't want to make more than 4 because it was an order of 4 sets of 7. So I don't want to make more than 4 in a single color. But some of these might not even make 1. So that's kind of where that's at right now. I will be probably working on this while editing. Luckily face scrubs don't take long to make, and the weaving in doesn't take long to do either. So I just need to get it done, and I need to check when I'm supposed to ship it by. So Etsy really needs to improve though their notifications that you've received an order, because I did not know. So yeah, not even sure what day it came in. I received 2 advent calendars in the mail. This first one is Bumblebee Acres. And I thought I had ordered their Harry Potter advent calendar. No, I ordered the Fourth Wing advent calendar, which I'm not mad about. But I totally have been thinking this whole time that I ordered Harry Potter. Anyways, it's all good. Now, I have not actually pulled this out of here yet. I did order a complimenting full skein. So that's in here too. And this is what that looks like. And I like this. I mean, even if I don't use it in my design, which I think it might be called for, but maybe not. This is a great tonal gray. And it is called Basgiath War College. So there is that. Now I haven't looked at the bag, which is in this bag. It comes with a bag and I'm really excited about this. So let's look at it together. Also, there's a little note. It says, Merry Christmas. Thank you for allowing us to share the holidays with you this yarny advent calendar. You have one surprise mini to open each day from December 1st through Christmas Day. Please share pics on all socials and Ravelry of your adventures. And don't forget to tag us. You can find patterns designed for your advent in our Ravelry pattern store. Keep an eye out in your emails because a new advent pattern might be arriving this year. Patterns will also be on sale during Black Friday, so consider waiting until then to shop. Merriest Christmas and lots of cheers, the Bumblebees. And this is the card, which I think is pretty cute. Anyway, let's look at the bag. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, I really like that. And it's the same on the other side. So both sides are the same. It says Fourth Wing. You've got the book Fourth Wing. Over here, you've got their little bumblebee logo, and you've got dragons. I love it. And then the inside looks like Hufflepuff. Let's see if I can show it. They look Hufflepuffy colors. Anyways, so they come like this with the day on it. And yeah, it's all nice in here. I need to remind myself of what pattern I was planning on doing. Put those needles in here. I will put the corresponding black, and then I will probably hang it up on my door like I did last year. But yeah, oh, love it. Love it, love it, love it. And wouldn't you know, I got 2 advents on the same day. They both arrived today. And so the second one is 'Twas the Night Before Christmas by Forbidden Fiber. And this is what it looks like. And I will just be leaving it in its box. I did cut it open. And they were advertising their Valentine's box. 10 Things I Hate About You is their theme. I don't know if I'll do a Valentine's box. I haven't actually done one before. I was looking at the little like paper, and this is telling you like what's included. So there is 24 mini skeins and a full skein. Oh, excuse me. And all a good night project bag, a 'Twas the Night Before Christmas book, which is really cool, a Progress Keeper set, holiday popcorn, and an ornament. I haven't dug through to look for any of those, and I think we'll wait until either Thanksgiving week to do that, or the 1st of December. I need to see what day that falls on. But on the back of here, it is talking about here's a few patterns designed specifically for Advent boxes. And I don't actually think that I have seen any of these patterns before. So I am going to look them up. As a reminder, right now I am planning on just opening these up and not stitching with them at the moment, because I want to compare it to my other night before Christmas Advent calendar that I'm getting from Gem State Yarns. So that is, it would be nice though to Amy, to look at these patterns. And then she says here, I plan to crochet my very first project with this year's Advent yarn, and I will be posting my progress on social media. She also hopes to do some sort of vlogmas on her YouTube channel. So she should have included the name of her YouTube channel on here. I'm just saying. Because she says, please tag at Forbidden Fiber Co. in all your Advent posts. But she doesn't say the name of her YouTube channel. Carrie, I know you know what it is, but I have forgotten. So if you remind me, I will tag her. I'm just trying to decide how far do I want to peek in here, because the sneaky in me wants to look just all the way, just wants to open it. See? Okay, we're being good. We are being good. We will put it out of sight, out of mind in our closet. Yes. It's a pain in the butt to get into at the moment. Okay, so that is my yarn haul, I guess you could say. I mean, none of it was purchased within the last week. It's just the Advent calendars that I've ordered. Let's see. My Bumblebee Acres one, I ordered all the way back in March. So, I pre-planned for Christmas a long time. And I'm also thankful that dyers don't all put them out at the same time, so then I can slowly purchase them and not like have everything dropping at once. It makes budgeting for this kind of thing a lot both better and worse to do, because I probably wouldn't acquire as many if they all dropped at the same time. Anyways, my work bestie found these earrings at a boutique, like a craft boutique, and she bought them for me. Look at them. They are stacks of books as a Christmas tree, and I think it's so cool. So I'm super excited to wear these. I am a little bit worried because dangly earrings do tend to give me migraines. But for the Christmas spirit, I can wear them a few days, right? Anyways, I'm super excited about that. And she was so kind to think about me like that. I do actually owe her a black chicken with red eyes that I said I would make for her. Okay, so I have 3 books. I did buy 3 books well out. 2 at Costco and 1 at Walmart. So we'll just start with this one called Branded. There's no reason I should have bought this one. However, it has it says in here for the content warnings, one of them is forced marriage, and I don't know why, but I have always loved arranged marriages, forced marriages, those kind of stories. Like I always have. And so when I saw forced marriage, I was like, "Oh, I need to read that." And so I don't know, you guys. I think it's dark. I think it's dark, but forced marriage is just, I got it. On a completely and entirely different end of the spectrum, we have this, A Christmas Tree Farm. Now, I have actually read this book. It is book number 3 in a series, which makes it weird that it says the magic starts here when it is book number 3. The magic is not starting there. And there's 0 indication on the cover at all that it is actually book number 3. But they all can work as standalones. Anyways, I rated this a 4 out of 5. Most of the books in this series I've rated, this is Dream Harbor, I've rated a 3. They're not great. They're not terrible. They're just kind of cozy. And I really loved this cover. I love this. And then there's more that just really made me get it. Look at it without the jacket on, like all those Christmas trees. And then when you open the cover, isn't that so pretty? It's so pretty. And so I bought it. Special edition. Pretty. So. And then I did buy one more book. And so I bought this one at Costco, and the next book I also bought at Costco. And this is the Goblet of Fire, illustrated by Carl James Mountford. This used to be the Mina Lima editions, but it's now someone else. Anyways, this is the 4th book. It was $32 at Costco. Normal retail price is $50, and I hadn't bought it yet. So I was like, oh, that's like $18 off. So I got this one. I have all the other ones. So obviously I needed to continue. The plastic wrap is still on it because I need to make sure that I don't have number 4. I don't believe I do, but before I take the plastic wrap off, I really need to make sure that I only have the first 3 and not 4. This is a mistake that I have made before. So, and with that said, wow, I'm really cranking out like 52-minute videos. Anyways, that is all I have to update you guys with. I hope that you're having a great crafty week. I'm hoping my week is a lot more craftier than the last week. I have one more week to make it through until I'm a week off. I'm hoping to really dedicate a lot of my week off towards mental health stuff. So, crafting. And then doing a few chores around the house, but like mainly I need recovery. I'm struggling hard. So, yeah, that's my update, and I hope that you guys are having a fantastic day. I'm not sure if I will get this edited and uploaded tonight or if I will be too exhausted. So we will see. I will chat with you all later. Bye.